Hey, good morning, guys. It's Mike from Sapulpa Times.
And Lucy with the city of Sapulpa.
And getting a late start this morning. We just came from the Burnett Mansion for ribbon cutting for Robin Roberts window cleaning
Hmm.
services or something, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think I got that right. So that was fun. Even though it like screwed up my own Monday morning schedule, I like going to the mansion a
Yeah.
lot. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Do you like it?
It was fun. And it was really exciting to be a part of the like coffee and donuts because we don't ever get to because it starts at 9
Hmm.
and we're here at 9.
Yeah.
So to get to go be a part of that and welcome a new business, that was exciting.
Yeah, it was fun. So, and I think the reason they chose that time and location is because the mansion is a client of theirs,
Hmm.
right? And so they were cutting the ribbon with it. It's so fun. We're getting a lot of those. I remember a time, this is before you were here, Lucy,
Hmm.
where we didn't do ribbon cuttings hardly at all. I
Yeah.
mean, there just were not that many people joining the chamber at the time. And since Janet got involved, it's really turned it around. And then of course, Lucy being, I mean, not Lucy, but Becca now, but before then, when it was Jordan,
Yeah.
it really started, and it's just like maintained that
Hmm.
thing. So, what do you think it is? Why are people joining the chamber all the time?
I think that there is because there was like such an increase of membership, like people are starting to see that like benefits of being a part of the chamber. Whereas before, like I feel like it was just like the big businesses in town
Yeah,
that were a part of the chamber. And so they have benefits, but like the benefits weren't actually visual to the public, I think.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Like what benefits of the chamber do you see through like American Heritage? Not in a negative way, but like what you don't really see a lot of that.
right.
And so, when you see window cleaning, that's a service for everyone and their business or their homes or whatever. And so, as the chamber helps promote them, I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, so for a lot of people, that is the question that comes to mind for a lot of folks in today's day and age. Used to be it would like you just joined the chamber because you were expected to do that.
Hmm.
The same way everybody that was involved in some sort of civic club, you
Hmm.
were an elk or a Rotarian or a
Yeah.
lion or something. And now I feel like they're having to kind of explain things, and people, I think they miss out on the benefit. One of the major ones, first of all, is that the chamber is obligated to support the chamber members.
Right.
And so if you are, and they get a lot of phone calls
Hmm.
about any kind of category of business. And so they're calling saying, hey, somebody's calling, I need a good window company, window
Hmm.
cleaning company. Do you have one? They're obligated to support their members
Right.
because those are the members that support them. And so, and we are one of those. Sapulpa Times is one, but also, it's just a good idea. I
Yeah.
mean, it would probably be like the second or third thing I did if I were to start a
Hmm.
business as a pulper would be to join the chamber for sure.
Yeah.
So
No, that's what I mean by that. Not like in a bad way or anything, but like
yeah,
American Heritage, they were able to market and put themselves out there, and some of these little businesses can't do that. And so the chamber does put American Heritage out there, but they're able to also help those little businesses
yeah,
that
and
aren't getting the big marketing that the bigger companies have.
yeah, they don't have the marketing budget to be able
Right.
to do a big campaign or something, but the
Hmm.
chamber will help do that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also a lot of us members like to support other chamber members as
Hmm.
well. So we're all very friendly with all of them, and I don't know, it's good. So let's keep the good times going with that. I think. I don't
I
know.
think
Do
it's
we have
cool.
another ribbon cutting scheduled already for like later this week?
I
Probably.
think we do.
I mean,
We had two last week. We have two this
yeah.
week. Yeah. And it also goes to show the growth that Sepulpa is seeing. So before I got here, I know there was growth. Not that I have done anything to make the growth happen, but before I came on with the city, there was slow growth. But really, like since I've been here, all those plans and decisions that were made years ago are finally coming to fruition. And so there's a lot of growth happening, and so with that we have a lot of celebration going on.
Oh yeah. We saw at the luncheon last week, the mayor mentioned that, what was it, 45 businesses that opened last year, and like eight of them changed hands, and we've got new ones opening. In fact, there's one just around the corner from my office here that's opening April 4th, I think.
Hmm.
Is that right? Another multi-vendor space, and then we got the root cellar. So Popa's about to become the capital. We're doing a story on this. This is or a show or something about us being like the capital of antique shops or something
Hmm.
now. I don't know, but it's happening.
Yeah. I love it.
very organically too. It's like we
Yeah.
didn't set out to do this.
Mm-mm.
I don't think.
No, I think it just started and then it just grew and people are realizing how much they love that kind of stuff. So then they want to bring it to their hometown and it's just growing.
Yeah, and and a lot of them are coming out vintage market. They're kind of the ones that really started it, I think.
Hmm.
And a lot of those booths have gotten to be so successful that they started their own stores,
Right.
and they're bringing in even more booths.
Hmm.
So it's great. We're gonna have to do like a whole episode on that or something. But anyway, it's Holy Week. So started with Palm Sunday yesterday, and do you guys do anything for Holy Week at all at your house? Do you guys like my church? We're going through like a corporate thing. Some of them are doing fasting and things like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Our church, we always kind of promote fasting, but we just kind of promote like, what you feel is right. And so, um, I mean, I don't,
You don't have like a week-long program or anything you guys are doing?
mm-mm,
Okay.
not for Easter. We have like a whole weekend. And there
For
was a
next
big,
weekend. Yeah,
yeah.
for
And
Easter.
then we had like a big, Palm Sunday was a big day for us at church. So,
Was it?
mhm.
What'd you guys do for Palm Sunday? Anything?
Yeah, we had a great message, and then all the kids made little palm tree or little
Oh, that's
palm
cute.
leaves and talked about the story and kind of what happened on that day. And so it was really cool. They had snacks and things.
I mean, that's always a win
Hmm.
in my book if you can bring the snacks out.
Yeah,
And then palm tree, just some shade.
yeah.
That's extra awesome. So I spent the first part of Sunday over at Gasoline Alley. I don't know
Hmm.
if you saw the post I put out about this, but Racers for Christ, which I thought that they had been here before. The owner, the executive director or whatever, his name was Eddie Boyner, I think is how you say his last name. He's from Sand Springs.
Hmm.
And so he lives in Indianapolis now, but he's originally from Sand Springs. So I thought they'd been here before, but no, I guess normally they follow like a particular drag racing circuit around, but they'd always wanted to do Route 66. They set out to do Route 66 in 10 days. So they started in Chicago
Hmm.
like 4 days ago. And then Palm Sunday ended up here in Sapulpa over at Gasoline Alley. That was, honestly, it was a really cool way to start Sunday morning. And that was before I actually had to go to my regular church, but
Yeah,
it was neat. And so he actually did a little bit of a message there about Palm Sunday and what it meant, um, and just kind of the whole group is, it's a Christian organization, so there was nothing uncomfortable about it. Everybody kind of was expecting it.
right.
But it was a good time. And I am going to throw a little bit of a plug for I cannot remember her name. I feel so bad. The fried pie lady.
Oh, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
So she had these amazing, like, she called them like twice baked croissants or something. There were croissants that were sliced in the middle with some kind of like custard or something in the bottom, and then whipped cream, and then sliced strawberries on top. And it was pretty great.
Sounds very sweet.
Yeah, it was sweet,
Okay.
which you're not a fan of, but it was great.
Yeah.
We thought that was CTS coffee. It was telling you it was a great way to start a Sunday, guys, for sure. So that was fun.
I did drive past it on the way to church and Hudson was like looked out the window and he's like, "What are they doing?" And we were like, "Oh, we explained it to him." And he was like, "Don't they have church to go to?" And we are like, "Well, I don't really know." Because at the time I didn't know they were having like a service, and I
Yeah.
know that they had like a message and things like that. And so I was like, "Well, Bub, maybe they had really early service or maybe they have late service. Some people go to church later, some people go to church in the evening. They probably just changed their Sunday around to make it work." And he's like, "They got to go to church, Mom." And I'm like,
Keeping the priorities
so
right. Let
then
me.
once I found out that they had a service, I was like showing him pictures. I was like, "Look, Bub, they had church at Gasoline Alley." And he was like, "So they were at church." I'm like, "Yes."
That's good. I'm glad he's got that. He understands the importance of that.
Yeah.
So what's neat about this organization is they have chaplains set up like all around the country, and so whenever I mean they keep the ministry and everything going and all these races, this NHRA or whatever it's called, national something. I don't know racing, sorry, but and I'm sure they're there if there's like a crash or something. But it sounds like they're also there to just embed the gospel into the lives of these men out
Hmm.
there. Because I don't know if you've been around a lot of racers, or mechanics in general,
Hmm.
but you know, not the most godly folks a lot of times. So anyway, just saying that. So it was a good time. It's a great start to the week, and now we're into Holy Week now. And so I'm actually, for the first time this year, I'm taking the time to learn like what each day of the week, something different happened. I guess I never really took the time to understand that. I think if you're a Catholic, you will probably know this because they do it every year. But so Monday would be the day that Jesus cleansed the temple, where he overturned the chairs and the tables and everything, and also cursed the fig tree. And so I'm kind of taking that into my prayer time and stuff this morning, thinking about that is like, you know, what about this temple does God need to cleanse? And is God coming to me saying that why are you not bearing any fruit? And so it's just something to kind of think about. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good week, I think. Of course, it culminates in Easter, so that's awesome. But so that's what happened on Friday for that. And then we had also worked the theater sold out Sunday crowd, which was awesome. I thought that was fantastic. But I wanted to remind everybody, anybody who's interested in it, the auditions for the next show. Now, this will be a big show. This is an Agatha Christie show, which is always big.
Hmm.
And so auditions are going to be great for it. They're starting today, actually. This is the show dates, but the actual audition dates are today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, 6:30 at the theater. Just do a cold reading from the script, I think. So if you're interested in that, come down to that. But the show opens in June. This will be a big show. I would highly encourage you guys to get your tickets early. Um, they should be on sale at the end of auditions. So we'll get those out. But if you're interested in auditioning and being a part of this theater, this is the time to do it. So, and then the other thing that we had to talk about today was we've got kind of an important thing happening next week. What is it? Elections.
Oh, I was like, well, next week is a pretty big week because we have elections, but we also have the park opening and
Oh,
we
yeah.
have the dump day. And so I was like, I don't know which one
Dump
you're
day next week?
specifically talking about. Not next week, but it's the week after.
Okay.
So I was like, really rack my brain of
Wait a
all the
minute.
things coming.
Sorry, I didn't give her enough warning there, but uh, yeah, it's Pulp City Council election coverage. Are you excited about this? These are,
I am. I'm excited to either have our incumbent stay or have some new council in. So it's always an exciting time of year to just kind of see what the community votes and what they choose. And so whether it's return or new, we just encourage everyone to go out and vote.
yeah, uh, make your voice heard in this. I would still say, so you can get all this information at sapulpatime.com/elections. We've got a story there with the link to the voter portal. You can go look at a sample ballot, find out if you even live in one of the wards that's up for election right now, which is Ward 1, 3, and 5. And then probably chances are better than not that if you're listening to me right now, you do have the ability to vote in the Central Tech election, the proposition that's part of that. So anyway, go check that out and look at the sample ballot, see what you can learn about all that. We were able to conduct interviews with 4 out of the 6 candidates that are up for or that are competing for a spot on city council next week. And so we've got all those interviews posted there. And we do have a couple of written stories as well. And so you guys can be sure to go. I'm just going to encourage you guys to do your research. Each of those interviews is like a good 20 minute long, 25 minutes. So it'll take some time, but it's going to be worth it for you to learn more about the candidates. So anyway, we're going to keep pushing that through the rest of the week because we want to see everybody get out there and exercise the right to vote. But yeah, it's weird. It's a very busy time. We're,
Hmm.
we're in Holy Week. We got Easter coming up, and then election, and then cleanup day, and everything else like you mentioned. So it's a lot. It's a lot happening all at once, and I don't think it's going to slow down. I think it's going to be this way for like the next couple months at
Hmm.
least, because um, Route 66 tourism stuff is really about to kick off,
Hmm.
and events and everything. So,
Yeah, it kicks off with our birthday tomorrow.
whose birthday?
Sapulpa.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is that tomorrow?
it is.
How old are we?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm not supposed to ask that question anyway, I guess.
Yeah, you can't put me on the spot like that. I know it's the birthday, but I don't know how old.
Oh, I just meant that you're not supposed to ask a lady how old she is.
Oh,
And so Our Lady Sapulpa is, however old she is, she looks so much younger.
she's
She did
getting
have some
younger.
work done though.
She's getting younger.
That was good.
That was good.
Okay. You
I
have
think
anything else?
nope. I
No.
think
All
that's
right,
it.
guys. I think we're going to end it there. Sorry that we're coming to you late, but glad we got to do it anyway. Thanks for tuning in to the Time Loop Live. See you again on Wednesday where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Have a great Monday, everybody. Bye
Bye.
bye.